In case you were wondering what the bomb does if you don't use it to finish a level, well, here you go, it is one row. Useful if you could pull it off. And here's what happens if you get all of the egg colors in the puzzle. Oh look, it's a random egg. Oh look, it's solid and invisible. And it even has a sprite for when it falls out of the puzzle. Really need a green one. Oh, that was my green one. There we go. Should work. And crash. Salvete omnes, this is Imamelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Dynomite. Listen to that intro music, listen to it, and enjoy it. Because this is probably the last time we'll get to hear it. Because this is the final episode of Dynomite. Unless, of course, you guys want me to show off anything that I didn't already. I'm almost a bit sad, really. All we have left to do is complete the last 3 Fossils of Fossil challenge on Panic Mode. So, let's hop to that and continue to the 3rd Jurassic fossil. There are 7 colors in this one, but as you can see, the 7th isn't actually in the puzzle. Yeah, it's one of those. Also, the eggs in this one are really pretty slow. They actually move at a rate of about 45 seconds per row. And the timer for the time for Crony's timer is about 45 seconds per cycle, making this one of only 2 fragments in the game where the initial egg movement speed is actually slower than the timer speed. The other one we'll be dealing with shortly, but in the meantime, just remember that this is also one of those where you really want to get a jump on the upper eggs as early as possible, and of course don't want to underestimate it. Believe me, I have, and I paid for it.
Combo. Super combo.
Okay, can I... let's leave the purple one off.
Time's running out.
Red, yes.
Combo.
Want a pink. Come on, pink. Come on, pink. That's not pink. Okay, got that. Fragment number 2. And this is one of those that can be easy, but again, shouldn't be underestimated. 45 seconds per cycle, 17 seconds per row for this one. And that fossil fragment isn't probably as easy to shoot around as it looks. But it looks like we probably have this. Oh yeah, that was enough. What awaits us for fragment number 3? That's just another simple trapezoid pattern. 40 seconds per cycle, 36 seconds per row. Yeah, once again, surprisingly, the first fragment of this group seems to be the most difficult. What is it with Panic Mode and odd difficulty choices?
Combo. Super combo. Angrian combo. Triassic combo.
Okay. I took a risk and it paid off that time.
Time's running out.
Oh dang it, those blue ones just keep going too high, causing me to miss the green ones below them. Can't do anything with that color. And that was called poor aim.
Combo.
Alright. Get this.
Time's running out.
I know it is, Crony. That's what I'm worried about. I'm disappointed I missed out on the 5, but at least I completed it. And once again we have a Stegosaurus, and once again we save. So, continuing to the 4th Cretaceous fossil. We all know how much we love this one. Though I must say that big fragment looks kind of funny sticking out of that narrow column of eggs. Now this one, you want to be quick on. You definitely want to be quick. Because if you haven't already guessed the gimmick of this one, the movement speed of the eggs is only about 24 seconds per row initially, but the cycle speed is only about 11 and a half. Thus making this the only other fragment in the game where... Oh, hey, I actually didn't realize that would drop it, but as I was saying, that would be the other fossil fragment in the game where the egg's movement speed is actually slower than Crony's timer speed. Actually, I think that's the fastest timer in the entire game. But fragment number 2 is a lot more garden variety. 40 seconds per cycle, 33 seconds per row, and another obvious case of some questionable difficulty decisions. There are only 6 colors in this one. It's not particularly fast, and it's an inverse trapezoid. Intentional breather level, maybe? But yeah, that was amazingly easy for being that far in the game. But guess what comes next? My favorite fragment! Yeah, this big honkin' thing. Fortunately, it again comes in a narrow column of eggs, and this one looks even sillier sticking out. Also, possibly even more fortunately, this one actually has relatively long timers, 50 seconds for the timer, and 34 for the eggs. Of course, you have to let it get down a little bit before you can really do much, because you have this honking thing to shoot around. Let's see, can't do anything with red right now, or blue. Green I can put up there. Purple I can also put up there. Red I can now put up there. Yeah, I don't know why I'm narrating all this, but hey, it's a Let's Play. You can't fault me for that, right? Oh hey, a nice, lovely, large clump of blue eggs. I swear if I die on this one, or accidentally shoot away one of my blue eggs. Okay, ready, aim, fire! And my least favorite level in the game is cleared, so we can save. Hello there, blue Triceratops. I didn't miss you. So, now for the final fossil. Fragment number 1. Much the same as the strategic mode version, except we only have 7 colors instead of 8. Also, 22 seconds per row for movement speed, and 1 minute and 20 seconds per cycle for Crony's timer. And I thought that gray one was pink. Go me.
Combo. Super combo.
Lots of green. Can't do much with purple. 5 virtual egg bonus. Jolly.
Combo. Super combo. Angry and combo.
Okay, could use green. Okay. And not put it there. Really? Twice in a row. Nice. Maybe I can go at this from the other side. There we go. Fragment number 2. Exactly the same formation as the strategic mode version, except we only have 6 colors to deal with this time. Because I suppose 10 would be excessive when you're so close to the warning line and the eggs are constantly moving. The fact that we only have 6 colors means it's easier to get the eggs out of the bottom and get yourself up to the top faster. Dang it. Come on. Alright, giving me 2 of the same color that's holding the structure up. That's good. Also, that one also had 22 seconds per cycle, and a minute and 30 seconds, or a minute and 30 seconds, I mean, per cycle, and 22 seconds per row. So, moving on to the last level, Final Fossil Fragment number 3. A minute and 6 seconds per row for this one as far as egg movement speed goes, making this naturally the slowest one in the game. And 2 minutes and 30 seconds per cycle of Chrome's timer. This is also the only one with 9 colors. Interestingly, none of the panic mode levels have 8 colors. This is the only one that has 9, as I said, and all the other ones have 7 or fewer. And if I do this right, it shouldn't be too difficult because of that big old cluster of pink eggs there. If I do it right. Come on. Stiggy? Make yourself useful, will ya? Okay, now that was just user error. Getting every color except pink here. Thank you, Staggy. You buffoon. Okay, seriously, I haven't gotten a pink egg in like the last 40 eggs. Finally. Alright! We have cleared panic mode. With only 164,840 points. Hello there, green Tyrannosaurus Rex. Are there other Tyrannosaurus Rex? That definitely looks like it was designed for a computer from the late 90s or early 2000s or so. So, final score, 174,840. And now, it is the day of our Lord, the autumnal equinox, upon which we end this game. And that was Dynomite. I've shown off everything I can, all 4 game modes, all of the difficulties, both game modes, or both play modes of Fossil Challenge. So I'd say we're pretty well done with this one. I like this game. It was like one of the first games I ever bought, probably when I was 12 or so, and that was at a time when getting enough money to buy a video game, even a relatively cheap one like this one, was pretty difficult. So I have some fond memories of this. It used to come with a level editor for Stomped mode, and I will never quite forgive PopCap for removing that feature. I don't know why they did. And if I knew anything about hacking games, I would seriously consider adding it back in or something. That's also assuming I actually knew programming. But I really would like to see a sequel to this. Come on, there's a Bejeweled 2 and 3, and that game didn't really deserve it. Why isn't there a Dynomite 2? But then again, I guess PopCap is now owned by EA, so good luck with that. Dynomite 2 for iPhone and Android. Pay $5 extra to make the eggs move slower. Pay $8 extra if you want the full 30 levels of Stomped mode instead of only 15. Oh yeah, and don't worry about the eggs all being puke green. We're working on that bug. Yeah, I think I'll pass. But in any case, this would be the end of my first analytic LP, even if it didn't seem all that analytic in style. It was a first project, alright? First thing. And yes, I do have plans for what I'll do next. The next 2 or 3 games, I'd say. Actually, in fact, I just got myself a capture card, so yay! And given that, and the time of year it is and the number of LPs I've done so far, if you've been paying close enough attention to my channel, you should actually be able to guess what game I'm going to do next. But I will leave that as an exercise for the viewer. I'm done here. I've said all I need to say. So I will see you in the next project.